Hey there, it's Samantha Moe here, Certified Parent Coach, and today I want to talk to you about how we label our kids. Now, I'm not talking about labeling kids with a medical diagnosis of ADHD or a spectrum disorder or an attachment disorder. Today, what I want to talk about is the label that we give our kids of being the problem. And you know what that problem is, right? You ask your child to go to bed, and the problem is they refuse. The problem is they put up a fight. The problem is they yell at you. They run away screaming. Um, and so you get stuck in this dynamic of seeing your child as the problem whenever there's an important transition like going to bed. And what I want to draw your attention to is how we as adults can be part of the problem that we're putting onto our children. So if you ask your child to go to bed and they refuse and you yell at them or you threaten to take something away, what happens is that actually contributes to the flood of stress chemicals in your child's brain, and it activates that fight or flight stress system, which make the problem behaviors worse. Your child, when they're flooded with stress chemicals, will become more anxious, they'll feel less safe, they'll be more revved up rather than feeling calm and able to calm down and soothe in time to fall asleep when they lay their head on the pillow. And so what I want you to think about today is how you may potentially be part of this problem behavior, especially if you're using traditional parenting techniques like yelling or threatening. And I want to offer you an invitation to correct your part of the problem. And there are three really great ways that you can do that, especially around bedtime. The first one is to understand that the reason your child is being defiant or showing this problem behavior is because he likely has this really intense need for control, and it's just coming out awry. It's coming out at bedtime because there might not be other experiences during the day that are appropriate, such as playing one-on-one with you, his parent, where he gets to be in charge and boss you around and you end up following his lead. This is a really important component that intense kids need to have in their day. They need to have opportunities where they get to be in charge, because otherwise it will come out during times where you don't want to be seeing it. The second thing that you can do to correct your part of the problem is to definitely stay calm. If you start yelling or you grow really intense and you become aggressive in your body language, what happens is it reinforces that fight or flight stress in your child's brain, and it keeps this cycle going because it's like you're matching his fire with your fire, and the only way to put fire out is to remove the fuel. So that's another way that you can correct your part of the problem, is to stay calm. The third thing that you can do is to avoid threatening your child or using these punitive parenting techniques. So rather than saying, if you don't go to bed, I'm going to take your animals away, instead, you can create this bedtime poster where maybe there's 5 steps that your kids follow every night, right? Every night they brush their teeth, they have a book read to them, and the lights turn out. And so when it comes time to getting ready for bed and brushing teeth, you can say, oh, when you are done brushing your teeth, you earn time reading books with mom or dad. And this is another great way to help your child develop responsibility um, rather than lashing out and trying to gain control by avoiding something. They're gaining control by earning something. That happens every single night anyway, so you might as well use that to your advantage. The beauty of not labeling your child as the problem and instead labeling yourself as part of the solution is it helps you to understand where your child is coming from and really gives them credit that they don't have the tools or the skills yet to be able to self-regulate and follow directions yet. But we'll get there with more strategies along the way. And when you can change your focus, it will change your behavior. A really good example of this right now in my personal life is I am sugar-free for 3 weeks because whenever I get off sugar for 3 weeks, my energy skyrockets, my brain becomes more clear, my digestion improves. And so that's how I like to do my cleansing rather than doing a formal cleanse, is I just go sugar-free for 3 weeks. And so last night I went to Whole Foods to pick up some dinner from the hot bar for my husband and I. And because my focus was on sugar free, I went straight to the hot bar rather than going to the section where they have all their chocolate bars because my focus was changed, and so it changed my behavior. I actually went to the food, the healthy, nourishing food, instead of the junk food and the sugary snacks. So I encourage you to adopt this mindset where you see yourself as part of the problem, or even better, see yourself as part of the solution whenever you're noticing yourself labeling your child as the one and only problem. This will allow you to see their gifts better and try some new strategies so that you can really reveal what's good about them instead of getting stuck in this negative cycle and label. My ultimate goal for you is to see what makes your child unique and important and special so that you can enjoy parenting them, and that's where happiness really comes from. So I'll catch you next time. Have a great one. Bye.